EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From La Jolla, California, just north of San Diego, live second-round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. So much to behold here at Torrey Pines: the ocean, the cliffs, the trees, the green grass, the blue sky, maybe even a paraglider or two as we check out the Friday leaderboard. The leader is JT Poston. He shows the way at 7 under. We'll join the action on the tee at the par 3 11th. A very sensible play there, right in the middle of the green. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
And he let quite a few opportunities slip through the cracks on the front side, so he'd love to take advantage here.
So that brushed in for par here at 11. And he'll hold steady at +3. Up next, the 505-yard par 4 12th at Torrey Pines. You can be aggressive off the tee here, and you should be, because if you do not hit a good drive, you're not going to get it home in 2.
It was a good tee shot, a little unlucky to run into the first cut.
So from just off the fairway, this is second.
Had to take the boxing gloves off on that one. No touch whatsoever, and this is a long, long putt coming back.
This is a 28-footer. He'll go ahead and finish that off. It's Ian for his bogey. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. Moving now to the massive 621-yard par 5 13th. You'll need a drive of 240 yards plus to carry that canyon. And if you go for the green in 2, the second shot has to carry 260 yards or so. Well, next week, the California swing continues. We head up the coast to Pebble Beach. There's nothing like it. The AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am.
Yeah, it started all those years ago with all the Hollywood stars, the great Bing Crosby used to be called the clam bake, but look what it's turned into now. Now golfers are the stars. And if you want to be part of this, there's no better place. Come to Pebble Beach.
Still well over 300 yards to the flag, so getting this to a good number, the key here for his second. This one looks right on point.
Oh, I always knew that was going to be a good shot when it left the club face. What's that, 8 or 9 feet? Excellent shot.
8 feet remaining here for birdie. Nope, that could have erased the bogey from the previous hole, but no dice there. Okay, safely in for par here at 13, and he'll remain at +4. So here at the 437-yard par 4 14th, that canyon that you can see running along the left side is pretty to look at, but obviously you want to stay away from there because you can make a big number if you hit your tee shot down there. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Now note his second from the fairway.
142 yards left to the hole. Hole cut right in the middle.
I know it's the second shot golf course, but what an iron shot. I don't care. That's the first, the last. That's a great shot.
Birdie putt now moving to his right. That's how you play this 14th hole. That's in for birdie. And that's a step in the right direction, but he is not through to the weekend yet, as he is currently right on the cut line. So for our featured golfer, Frankie, it is on to the weekend. Who knows, if you get out early on Saturday, try and post a number, see what happens.
Exactly. There's such a fine line, Rich, between playing well and sort of not.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the South Course at Torrey Pines Golf Course, it's third-round coverage of a San Diego tradition, the Farmers Insurance Open. Moving day here at Torrey Pines on this Saturday. A lot of action to come as we look at the third-round leaderboard. Cam Davis, the Aussie, is on top. He sits at 10 under par. So let's get you out to the action on the turn as we head to the tee at the par 4 10th. Frank, round 3 of the Farmers Insurance Open continuing here at Torrey Pines. Our featured golfer coming off a missed cut in that professional debut, but really playing well in the second go-round, and at the very least, we're getting to the weekend for the first time.
Last week, I don't put too much credence into that, Rich, because it was a birdie blitz, right? If you're not shooting 62, 63s, you just get lapped. This week, it's different, though, because it's fairways and greens. I mean, this golf course will just grind you into the ground if you don't have a game. So we're seeing I don't want to use the word polished because obviously they're brand new, but we're starting to see a proper golfer out here.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And he'll stay at 1 over. Moving now to the tough 11th hole here at Torrey Pines. Long downhill par 3 measuring 225 yards. But don't be fooled by that number. This hole often plays longer because of the wind. Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. Boy, that's well done right there. He barely touched that and got it to roll to a stop.
And believe me, it was much harder than it looked.
Okay, safely in for his par. And he'll stay right where he is. Well, heading back toward the ocean, this hole, the 12th at better than 500 yards in a par 4, is typically among the hardest at Torrey Pines. It is a real beast.
Now, it's in the first cut. There's always a little bit more grass around the ball that has to be factored in.
Second shot now from just a foot or two off the fairway. Yeah, putting off the fringe or the fairway is one thing, but come on, trying to do it out of the rough, that's a whole nother story. This from about 10 feet. Okay, no further damage. It's a bogey 5. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. This is a good hole right here. Giant 621-yard par 5, the 13th. You have to hit a massive tee shot. And if you want to get home in 2, I mean, you need to really bust that second one. It has to be 260 yards of carry. Good luck and get after it. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Now a second from well over 300 yards. This will be about positioning. Okay, that's going to get down toward the base of the hill. A lot of divots down there, and that will leave a difficult third. Oh, this could be good.
Well, I don't have my tape measure out, but that looks like, 6, 7 feet in there, but that is an excellent approach shot.
Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13. And he's got it back to even par. So for our featured golfers, some good playing and some favorable scoring conditions here on this Saturday. But they'll look up at that leaderboard and see they're still well back.
But I think the goal really is to try and shoot back-to-back great rounds, Rich. If anything better than that, maybe leader takes a stumble. You can't control that, but at least get out there tomorrow, shoot as low as you can.
So that should just about do it. For all of us at EA Sports, thanks for spending some time with us. EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From La Jolla, California and scenic Torrey Pines Golf Course, it's the final round of the Farmers Insurance Open. Well, this is unquestionably one of the best spots in the sport. We know that by looking at the field. The golf course is immaculate. This is Southern California in all its glory as we check the Sunday leaderboard. Your leader is Japan's Hideki Matsuyama. He's currently at 13 under. Time to get out to the action on the course as we pick things up on the tee at the par 4 14th. Final round underway here at Torrey Pines on a Sunday. And Frank, our young golfer, the rookie, miscut in that PGA Tour debut last week in La Quinta. Now playing on a Sunday for the very first time as a professional.
And obviously enjoying it, Rich. You've got to have a convenient memory in this game. Forget about last week. This week, you're playing on one of the great courses in America. It's tough, it's long. If you can stand up against the best players in the world this week, you belong.
Into the final round here at Torrey Pines on a Sunday, Farmers Insurance Open. And Frank, you well know, having been out on the PGA Tour, having won on the PGA Tour, it's small victories, right? So you missed the cut in the debut. That was at the American Express in La Quinta, California last week. What would qualify as a win the next time out? Making the cut. And here we are.
You're so right, Rich. I mean, it's a series of firsts, isn't it? This is a brand new career. You don't know if you're going to fit in. Even seeing your name on the locker room when you go in there for the very first time. How does your game stack up? You start ticking those boxes, and all of a sudden you get into a weekend and you make that cut for the very first time, and those magic words start going through your own head. You belong.
That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. That one kind of took off on him. That'll happen sometimes coming out of the bunker, and that scoots right on by. Boy, that's well done right there. He barely touched that and got it to roll to a stop.
And believe me, it was much harder than it looked.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Safely in. It's a bogey here at 14. And that won't help the cause one bit. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll remain right where he is. The 15th hole is up next, a par 4 at 480 yards. Not a whole lot to it. A tee shot of the fairway should leave you with a reasonable approach into a green with bunkers left and right. And just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Second shot coming now from just over 170 yards. Look out. I mean, that one came out jalapeno hot, Frank.
Using all the real estate, and now really got the work cut out to get down in 2 putts.
Oh, that is so well done. That somehow is in the safe par. And he'll stay right where he is. The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And he moves it to 2 under par. Coming down the home stretch here at Torrey Pines, 227-yard par 3 16th. 3 bunkers protecting the green, but there is an opening in the front. Okay, that's going to make its way into that rough to the left, but this shouldn't be all that difficult. Looking to splash this softly onto the green. Safely out of the bunker, but still a little bit of work left. I think you'd like to see that a little closer. Oh, how about the touch right there? Very well done.
Hard to do much better than that. It was nearly perfect.
Oh, no, I thought that was in for sure. Just a little jag right at the end, going to leave it on the lip. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And he'll remain right where he is. Okay, that in for a bogey at 16. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. Crucial 17th hole here at Torrey Pines, 443-yard par 4. Louis Oosthuizen hit it left here at the 2021 U.S. Open in the final round, and he paid the price. He did not win that major. That will do just fine. This is turning a little to his left. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Well, hit the green, but certainly not close to the hole.
Yeah, probably Billy give him a C for that shot. That's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really outside chance for birdie.
We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
And this is definitely coming from his left, just slightly down the slope.
No, didn't get that out there far enough, and it winds up sliding by to the right. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And he'll stay right where he is. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll remain right where he is. Here we are at the finishing hole at Torrey Pines, 570-yard 18th. Idyllic par 5, fairly straight the whole way, but that pond they call Devlin's Billabong always makes going for the green into a risky proposition. No issues here. That is into the fairway. That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5. Oh, this could be trouble. That ball just had a mind of its own there. No way to get it to stop. And it winds up in the water. So he'll take the drop and now go about trying to somehow save par. And this will be his third to the par 5. Nope, that just did not look right from the start, and that ball is into the hazard. So now, after the drop and the penalty stroke, this is going to be shot number 4 coming up.
Certainly seen some short game skills today, and that's more evidence here. Really keeping this round together as we get closer to the clubhouse.
Nicely done there. It is a par here at 18, and that's going to wrap up our 18 holes of golf. So a tap in there. That's for par at the last. And that will finish off our round of golf. Well, that about wraps things up for us here today. I'd like to thank my partner, Frank Nobilo. Enjoyed it, Frank?
Certainly did, Rich. Once again, the golf course provided more than a stern test.
And for the entire team, I'm Rich Lerner. Until next time. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Monterey Peninsula, live opening round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Blue skies on top of blue waters, right next to one of the prettiest pieces of green grass on this good earth, as we check out the leaderboard here in round one. The leader is Tom Hoge. He's got it going early at 7 under par. We head out to the course as we pick up the action on the tee at the par 4 fourth. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4. We need to recheck the yardage after that one. That's on the green, but not a real good shot. A birdie putt down to Iona.
Yeah, it's a long putt, so pace is important, but there's not a whole lot to it. I fancy the chances of getting this close.
That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he'll stay right where he is. Frank, this whole area of the country, Monterey, Carmel, 17-mile drive, just such a stunning setting for golf. We're just taking a nice drive with the emerald green fairway set against the ocean blue. It's just ideal. But talk to me about playing the course, Pebble Beach. What should a young golfer like this keep in mind when teeing it up for the first time as a professional?
Rich, it's the polar opposite of the drive in, where you decompress and look at the views. Because once you get onto that first tee at Pebble, it's a wonderful golf course designed by Jack Neville. You're going to realize that no two holes look the same. I mean, that's stating the obvious there. But side hill lies when you play it towards the Pacific. And then you sort of beat your way around the golf course. The beautiful downhill par 3 7th. I know it's talked about and it's photographed, but that's where you start scratching your head and like, do I have the right club? And that's a feeling you get at Pebble so often around this golf course. But I mentioned 7, so I've got to mention 8, 9, and 10. In my opinion, they're the 3 best par 4s in a row in any golf course I've ever seen. I mean, they're beautiful driving holes and iron play, but Pebble's about the experience, but it's also about the legacy that this golf course has for America. So to compete at Pebble is one thing. To play well at Pebble, well, that's another thing as well.
Well, obviously that's not his best, but it'll be quickly forgotten, Frank, if he's able to get out of here with his par.
Well, you might forget it. I won't. Far from his best.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is a par here at the 5th, and he'll remain right where he is. Frank, here we are. Another good scoring opportunity, the dramatic par 5 6th.
It's easy to have that view of Stillwater Cove on the right, but that, needless to say, is not the place to go. Those 5 bunkers down the left really determine your strategy off the tee. Plus, you're playing from elevation, nearly 20 yards extra off the tee. So that run out at 360 at the end of the fairway, believe me, that's in play.
Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Now, after the big drive, this a good distance here for a second to the par 5. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Nope. Safely in for par here at the 6th, and he'll stay right where he is. Moving on to the 106-yard par 3-7, one of the most beautiful holes in the world. Craggy rocks, blue skies, and the beckoning Pacific beyond. Absolutely breathtaking. Ooh, and that is going to wind up missing the target by a good margin, and that will be no bargain in there. Frank, given how short this hole is, almost an unforgivable sin to miss the green. But there is redemption. Tom Kite demonstrated that on his way to winning the 1992 U.S. Open.
Yes, this very hole was actually the turning point. His round was slipping away, and he managed to miss those 6 greenside bunkers, which you'd think would be a blessing, but it was thick rough on that left side just past the flag. Pulled out his trusty sand iron, had a little chop at it, and the rest is history. He made 2 and went on to win his first and only major championship.
From the famous par 3-7 to the equally famous par 4-8. Frank, what a hole.
It is, Rich, and it starts, in my opinion, the best 3 consecutive par 4s in golf. This one's a little bit of a blind tee shot. That white rock that's just up ahead, that's your line. If you hit it over the right side of that, your run out is about 250 yards. If you go a little left of that, you've got another 20 yards up your sleeve. But do not go further than that.
Yeah, very controlled shot there with the iron on this short par 4, and that's going to be just fine. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
Beautiful tee shot, great position looking at this green, and there are no easy options here. You got bunkers up the left, bunkers on the right. You have balls that are going to find their way into the penalty area. Requires precision execution.
So that one, Frank, came out way too hot.
Just goes to show what happens when you don't find these greens in regulation. Now, he's looking at 2 putts, maybe 3 from where he is.
Well read. That's Ian for a bogey 5. He is very quickly down to 2 over par. So 1 round complete, and Frank, this is such a good field this week. We may see the cream rise to the top come Sunday.
I hope you're right, Rich. This is a great golf course, too. It's one of those ones that really does separate the field. I hope it's the same story tomorrow.
So EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From beautiful Pebble Beach, California, it's live second-round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Well, let's face it, Mother Nature's just showing off this week. Pebble Beach, one of the crown jewels of American sport in all its glory. As we look at the Friday leaderboard, we're looking at a tie at the top at 7 under par. Let's get into the action here as we begin at the par 3 fifth. And he might have been trying to land that over the flag and spin it back, but that just carried much too far. Just 5 feet left. Ooh, that's got a little bit more movement than you think, and that'll slide on by. Okay, that one brushed in for a bogey here at the 5th. And that's going to move him back to 4 over. It's a tremendous par 5 here, the 6th hole. Frank, you can plainly see Stillwater Cove on the right. Where do you want to put this tee shot?
When you look at that tee that you're on for a start, Rich, you're 20 yards above. So whatever you hit's going to go at least 20 yards further. So I look at that first bunker. 270, really only playing 250 yards, and then the fairway sloping towards the right. So even a 3-wood for some of the longer players, just something that hits around there, could even be a long iron, it's going to scoot forward. If you get 270 yards out of your tee shot, I mean, you can still reach this par 5 and 2.
This one starting a little left off the tee. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway.
That second shot got all the way down by the green, but in the bunker. So we'll have to see what the explosion shot can do from here. We really need a birdie right now.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Oh, the pace perfect on that one. It's in for birdie. And hopefully that can jumpstart the round, because it's going to take a good one to overcome yesterday's performance and make it through to the weekend. Well, this is the one you dreamed about, isn't it? Just a little baby wedge that kisses the clouds and drops softly on that tiny green here at the 7th. You and your maker, there's nothing better in the world than to be playing the 7th hole and playing it well here at Pebble Beach. That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie look straight ahead. We'll remind you that coming up next week, we move from the serenity of the Pacific Ocean here at Pebble Beach to a scene that will be anything but calm. That is the Waste Management Phoenix Open down at TPC Scottsdale. Frank, I always think different venues, sort of different soundtracks. Pebble is crashing waves with Argyle sweaters. The Waste Management Phoenix Open, it's like a nightclub in Prague at about 2 in the morning.
I've been to Prague too, yeah. Except Prague doesn't have the 700,000 people. It's the greatest gate. Some say the greatest show on grass. It really is. That 16th hole, I'll tell you just one quick little story. Tom Watson, in his heyday with the late Bruce Edwards on the bag, it was the one hole he changed his routine. He would get Bruce to go ahead to the tee, all those people around, and he'd just say, give me the club and hit it. It was the one time he broke tradition. It's absolute frenzy at Scottsdale.
Yeah, if you see shortish par 4s like this, it's a great time to bring out the irons, and that is going to work out well. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Nota Begay III.
Beautiful tee shot, great position looking at this green, and there are no easy options here. You got bunkers up the left, bunkers on the right. You have balls that are going to find their way into the penalty area. Requires precision execution.
bring a wry smile. A very good putt there to save his par. And he'll hold steady at +3. Frank, as you know, depending on the time of year, you could see gray whales out on Carmel Bay, sea otters feeding on abalone, sea lions sunbathing on the rocks, or you could see none of it because this ninth hole absolutely demands your full attention.
Well, there's a different sort of mammal trying to play this hole. That first bunker on the left side, that shouldn't be in play, but this hole tilts so much from left to right, I think it sort of funnels you towards the sea otters and the whales.
Yeah, that's the spot you want to put it. Now, watch this thing gather momentum down the slope. Well, that is going to be an excellent result. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Well, when you find your ball in the fairway at the ninth, you hit a great tee shot, one of the most difficult fairways to hit on the entire golf course, but now it opens up the opportunity to hit a great second.
That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Now, Noda, this for birdie.
And a glassy look to this putt as it works downhill with right to left in it.
And he'll walk that one in for his par. And it'll keep him at +1. So a disappointing end to the tournament for our featured golfer heading home following these 2 rounds after failing to make the cut.
Time for a little introspective look. What we did well, what we didn't, and then back to the drawing board.
So that's it for us. For Frank, no. EA Sports coverage of PGA Tour golf finds us in the heartland of the U.S. at historic Southern Hills Country Club in the bustling city of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner. We will check in with Nota Begay III and Iona Stephen as we move along, but I'm pleased as always to be joined in the 18th tower by a man who won 15 times around the world, Frank Navalo. And Frank, looking forward to what should be a fun afternoon of golf.
Yeah, very much so, Rich. When you've waited all morning, those afternoon rounds are a little special, aren't they? I'm really looking, though, for today to see if they come out of the gates nice and quick. That's for sure. I know the finish here is always important, but get out of the gates quick and then see if you can finish the job this afternoon.
You can't drive it much better than that. That's the quick pickup of the tee right down the middle. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
130 yards left to the flag. It's a nice round number. Pin on the right-hand side, so really looking for a fade in here if he can.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Line may have been a little more sunken in than we had thought, but all in all, not a bad shot out of the bunker. Yeah, good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get away, but that in for a par. Now beginning the finishing stretch here at fabled Southern Hills with the par 5 16th at 567 yards. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
And this coming just slightly back up the hill, but the thing he's got to watch out for, it's definitely going to move to his right.
Nah, that was low from the start. So that's in for his par, and he'll remain even for his round. Well, this 17th at Southern Hills is regarded as one of the best short par fours in the world. 371 yards. You can see it dog legs to the right. There's water trouble. There's tree trouble on the right. If you try to cut off too much, the ideal spot is down the left side of the fairway. Little bit of an awkward distance for this, his second. Digs into the bunker, getting set to play the third shot. Oh, the hands came through beautifully there. Good thump of the sand and a good chance to save par. Okay, that one cleaned up without any issue, and that is a par. Well, in championship golf, you want the finishing hole to be a hard-earned 4. And that's what we have here at Southern Hills. 491 yards with an elevated green. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Breeze at his back shoulder as he lines up his second from the fairway. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. And that will roll to a stop. So from behind the green, this comes to rest all the way in the front.
At times it pays to be straight, right? But accuracy is less important than distance control. And he's about to get a lesson right here.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Okay, just the one drop shot, as that's in for a bogey. Alongside Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner for EA Sports. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye for now.